What's up guys, Sean here from OlightStore.com, and today we've got something really cool for you. We've got the PL2, but not the regular PL2, we've got the PL-2RL laser version. So let's unbox it and check it out. I've got a brand new PL-2RL here in the box. As you can see, it's the same as the other unboxings that I've done recently with this nice white packaging. On this side, you can see there is a 5-year warranty on this guy as well. And then if you look at the back, you can see some of the specs here. So on high mode, just like the standard PL2, it's 1200 lumens, and that'll last for a minute and a half before it starts getting hot, and then it will go down to 400 lumens, and that'll be for 105 minutes. Now that's with the laser off. With the laser on, it'll only be 100 minutes on the 400 lumen mode. That's because that laser is using a little bit of the battery. You've got a 235 meter beam distance, and it's IPX8 waterproof rated. So if you do get it wet or submerge it, it will be fine. And then it has a 1 meter drop rating. To open it, just like our other recent unboxings, you just pull this tab here on the top. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, we'll open it up this way here, and then you can see here right on the top, just like our other unboxings, you want to go ahead and open up that battery lock and remove the insert, so that way the light will turn on. Due to shipping purposes, obviously we don't want it to turn on when it's in the packaging, so because of that there is a little film that separates the battery from the contacts, so we do want to pull that out. So let's go ahead and pull here, and you can see we're automatically already at the light. And then also, if you pull open the bottom section here, there is the tool right here. And this tool not only helps you swap it out from a Glock insert to a 1913 rail insert, depending on the firearm that you're using it with, but it also helps you adjust the up and down and left to right of the laser, so that way you can zero it in on your given handgun. Something new that we have in the packaging here for this model is there's this little card here, and on the back side it actually shows you the popular compatible firearms with this model. I think that's really helpful because I'd say the biggest question that we get is, will it fit on this gun? Will it fit on that gun? So at least this gives you quite a few models here that we know for a fact it works well on, and then it also gives you the measurements here on this side. Also in the packaging, of course, we have the user manual here, and then we'll go ahead and get to the light itself. First thing we want to do, just like it mentioned, we want to pull out this little film here in the battery flap, and then we want to just press this down, open up this lever here, and then press this down the exact same way as the original PL2. The Glock sized insert here is automatically installed on the light. When you first get it, it's designated by the GL that's written on here, but in the packaging you also get a 1913 sized rail insert, and it also comes with longer screws for that. So just keep that in mind. You definitely want to put the right one on whatever handgun that you have. And a big change on this version versus the standard PL2 that we have right here, as you can see on the regular PL2, it has this moving wall right here, and as you pull this lever down, it increases the tension right here, so that'll make it solid on your rail. Now with the new PL2 laser version, the way that it works is you still have this tension arm here, but the way that you actually get it onto the rail is you push on here, and this actually expands. So you're automatically getting a lot of tension on your rail just by expanding this, setting it on your rail, and letting go. And then you also have this arm here for increased tension as well. Let's take a look at how this mounts real quick on a P226. This is completely empty, as you can see. All right, we'll go ahead and take the PL2 laser version here, and what you want to do is expand this. So we'll go ahead and line it up on the rail, expand it, and then let go, and it's already on there. So it already is actually really solid just as is, but we'll go ahead and lock this down, and it feels even more solid. This is going nowhere. I can't even get it to move back and forth whatsoever. So this is a really nice fit on here. Let's go ahead and remove it quickly here. So we'll just go ahead and undo this latch, and we'll just expand this, and then you just pull it off. Now if we look at some competitors here, we got a Surefire, a couple Streamlights, and all of these lights, the way that you take it on and off the rail is you have to undo this and kind of get it to where it's wide enough. You also have an insert here that's a little bit wobbly, so you have to worry about that falling out, and then you kind of crank it down. But the only way to really get it down enough is you're gonna have to use, you know, like a screwdriver or a dime or something like that to tighten it all the way down. And that's with all of these models here. With this one, of course, you just undo this flap, go ahead, open this up, put it on the rail, and then hit it down like that. Now we'll go ahead and line up all these models that I have right here. So we have the PL2 laser on top. We've got a Surefire XH35 right here. We've got a Streamlight TLR1. We've got a Streamlight TLR7. And then we also have a PL Mini right here down below. So you can see the XH35, of course, is going to be the largest one. I'd say the size is very similar to a TLR1 on this guy. And then you can see the smaller lights here at the bottom, which of course are in a little bit of a different category, but it's still good to see. So we'll move these out of the way real quick, the smaller guys, and just bring these up a little bit more up close. And of course we'll bring these as close as I can. But yeah, I'd say the length right here is extremely similar here with the TLR1 and the laser PL2 right here. But in terms of lumens, so this one's only 800 lumens, this one's 1000 lumens, and this one is 1200 lumens. So this is 1000 lumens, still less than this one, but it is dramatically larger. And then the one that actually is similar in size is only 800 lumens instead of 1200 lumens. So that kind of puts things into perspective in terms of performance. Now you figured out how to put this on your gun. You put in the right rail insert with the provided tool. So you're ready to go. It's mounted to your firearm. Now you get to the range and you start shooting with it with the laser on, and you say, hey, I'm shooting to the right, or something like that. So you need to zero it in. So the way that we do that is we take the exact same tool that you use to switch out the insert if you decided to do that based on your given firearm. And there's two sections here on the laser portion. The one on the left of the laser here is to go left and right, and the one on the bottom here is to go up and down. So what you want to do is, while the light is on, and we'll go ahead only to laser mode here. When you're adjusting it, if you go clockwise, so you start moving it towards you with the tool, it's going to start going to the left. If you go counterclockwise and start adjusting it away from you, it's going to start going to the right. And hopefully you can see that as I do it here. Now if you go to the bottom portion here and you're holding it this way, counterclockwise is going to push it up, and then when you start going clockwise, it's going to start pushing it down. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Basically what you want to do is just have it on your firearm at the range, and you want to basically just start looking through the sights and start adjusting, maybe take a couple shots, and then keep adjusting to where it's in the right spot, where it's zeroed in, and you're good to go. The way to toggle the modes is, if this little switch right here is to the left, then you're at laser only. If you switch it over to the middle, you are at laser and light combined. And then if you switch it to the right here, you are at light only. So light only, laser and light, laser only. And if you're at one of the light modes right here, you can double tap on each side, and that'll toggle you through the 400 lumen mode and the 1200 lumen mode. So now we're at 1200 lumens, now we're at 400 lumens. And you can just go back and forth depending on how bright you want the light to be. And you can always hit both sides at the same time, and that will take you to a strobe mode. So let's sum up the process of getting this ready to go on your firearm. So you take it out of the box, you take the little battery insert out of the battery compartment here, you press this back down and you put this flap back down, and it's fully operational. All right, you go ahead and make sure that you either have a Glock sized rail or a 1913 sized rail on the firearm that you're gonna put this on, and then adjust that accordingly. And then you'll want to undo this flap and then push, put it on your rail, let go, and lock it down. When you're at the range and you're ready to zero it in and get ready to go, what you want to do is bring the tool that comes with the light, and you want to adjust left and right and up and down to zero it in with your firearm. And then again, to change the modes, all the way to the right is light only, light and laser in the middle, and then laser only on this side. When you're on one of the light modes, just double tap to toggle between 400 lumens and 1200 lumens, and then press both sides for strobe. Let's do some beam comparisons here in our pitch black warehouse. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a constant here on the right. So I've got the PL2 laser version on the right here at the 1200 lumen setting. You can see the laser there in the middle as well, just to designate that. And then on the left, let's take a look at some competitors. So I'll go ahead and bring in the TLR1, the 800 lumen version. And you can see the hotspot itself is smaller, definitely not as round either. It's kind of a strange shape here on the left. And then the actual beam tone is more of a yellowish, greenish type of tone here on the TLR. I think it's pretty safe to say that the beam on the right here with the PL2 laser version is considerably better. All right, so Streamlight here on the left, PL2 laser on the right. We'll go ahead and bring that down, and I'll show you here on the left the XHP35, and it's hard for me to even show it because the beam is so floody on the XHP35, so much to where you can't even see an actual hotspot. At 1000 lumens on a weapon light, you could argue that you do want to have a defined hotspot in case you want to put this on a rifle or something like that. But this XHP35 is supposed to be 1000 lumens here from Surefire, and it's hard for me to even really see anything defined from this light here on the left. All right, we'll go ahead and also bring in the TLR7 just for fun. I think maybe there's something wrong with the one that I got from them, because this beam is just flat out a puke yellow green color. I have no idea why that is. The hotspot itself actually isn't that bad. It's definitely a lot more round looking than the TLR1 that we looked at before, but I mean, the color of this beam is really bad. We'll go ahead and bring down the PL2 laser to a 400 lumen mode. So we'll double tap to get to that 400 lumen, and the TLR7 is a 500 lumen light, what they say. So you can see, looking at the 400 lumen setting on the right of the PL2 laser and the 500 lumens of the TLR7, I'd say they're pretty similar. If anything, the 400 lumens from the Olight is actually brighter than the 500 lumens, what they say, with the Streamlight. Thank you guys for taking a look at the PL-2RL laser version with me today. As you can see from the comparisons, the performance of this light is top notch. If you like this video, definitely subscribe to our channel. Like this video to show some support for what we're doing here. And we have a ton of new models coming out for the rest of the year, so stay tuned for that. Also, in the description down below, we have some details on an introductory sale that we're having on the PL-2RL laser version. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.